And good afternoon. It is Wednesday, September 24th, 1:30 p.m. And Frank Prosence joins me. How are you, Frank?
I'm doing fine, Ryan. How are you?
Good. I'm going to have the superintendent join us right quickly. So that way, actually, it'd be kind of fun to be on a field trip to do bus duty at 2 p.m. Maybe we'll do that next month. And then the following month, we'll finish our school tour.
There you go.
That's outstanding.
Yeah. Wickham Avenue. I tell everyone on Wickham Avenue from 155 to 215. Stay off Wickham Avenue.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, Frank, I'll let you take this away. I guess, Superintendent, it's been about a month since the ribbon cutting on the school.
Yes.
What's the common theme from the students?
Wow. This is great. It's wonderful. It really is. They're still, I think, can't believe that this is their school. It's so exciting. Just the different opportunities they have, the common spaces in the hallways now. We will have to take you on a tour. And just they're experiencing the whole building and they're taking it all in. The commons area in the morning. This building, literally, from the moment they walk in the door around 6:50 till 7 or 8 o'clock every night is busy. And then when we have games, like volleyball games, volleyball is going on right now. They're here till at least 9 o'clock. So it's just, and I have such a great view, as I shared with you. I'm in the new building unexpectedly. And Miss Nash and I are loving it. And it's just great seeing the students every day and out in the hallways. And it's just wonderful. I think for the staff, for the students, all of us, we're all walking around with a lot of smiles. I will say it's very interesting with the young people walking up to the third floor every day. They're all kind of huffing and puffing. So it's kind of, I keep telling them by December, you're going to be in really great shape and you got to tone those legs. And they look at me and they go, I don't need to tone my legs. And I go, well, I do. So I'm loving it.
One of the questions I had was really about staff and what this has meant for morale. The staff must be sky high with this.
They are enjoying their new spaces. They definitely are. We have a few kinks here and there. I think, and we're working those out. Bathrooms are very different than what they used to be. You know, we're going to get down to basics now. So we're kind of going through troubleshooting some of those things. Otherwise, everything else seems to be going well. And even for the staff, because the staff has the stairs now, which remember, we were one story and we have the elevators and the stairs. So they're getting used to the stairs as well. So it's a lot of fun.
Are there any finishing touches that still need to be done to finish the project?
Oh, absolutely, Frank. We have a punch list and Gil Bain has been wonderful. Kristen Kuto is overseeing that on this campus. And Alita Hall is still with us as well. And we have a punch list. Like just last Saturday, we've had vendors in here and they're looking at some things. We have some fans in our kitchens that we still need to make sure they're in correctly. We have some final touches on some of our display cases. And then the site work is still underway. And I am going to do a very quick, I don't know if your cameras can pick that up, but you can see we still have the demolition going on and we now have the north parking lot. It is not being used right now because we will be shutting down the roadway between the fire station and the new building. We have a roadway coming up by NACTAC because they need to finish the work on that, on the water and sewerage line. And they're hoping weather dependent. Next Wednesday through Saturday, we will be closing that down. So our walkers are going to have to find another route to get up to the new building. We have some children that walk and they come up from the back area of Old Fort Road. So just for Wednesday through Saturday of next week, we're going to, well, it's Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday for them. We're going to have to, think of another location or way of them walking if they're going to continue to walk. as I mentioned, and I am serious about Wickham Avenue, we have everyone parked on the Wickham Avenue side right now, as the student parking lot is the last parking lot to be addressed. And the students right now, under the direction of John Hano, our dean, and Principal Vance, they've done a great job as far as parking on the lawn, understanding how to park. And then we have to gently get them off the lawn into the street. So I appreciate everyone's patience as they come along Wickham Avenue between 155 and 215, Monday through Friday, as we, safety first. We want our children to be safe and to be responsible drivers. So we're having them, come off the lawn, and it's a new experience for all of them, all of us. We also have e-bike riders, and we have been sending the message home. E-bike riders, you must be 16 years of age to even ride an e-bike, to drive one, I should say. And you're supposed to have a helmet until the age of 21. So we're working with Bike Newport Police Department, and we're trying to get that message out to make sure we keep everyone safe as well, that our e-bike riders, please make sure they follow their safety rules.
I wanted to quickly make sure that we got this in. You've got a series of open houses coming up over the next few days.
We do. We're very excited. And Rogers is going to kick off the open house season. So this Thursday, Rogers will have its open house. I believe it begins at 5:30. All parents in the community should have been notified. We welcome parents and the students. We want everyone to come enjoy the open house. That will go from 5:30 to 6:30 on Thursday evening. Then on Monday evening, we have two open houses, one at Pell for our little ones, PK through, I believe it's grade 2, PK through 2 on Monday night. But again, I would have everyone check the school calendar for that.
What I'm looking at, it said PK through 1.
Okay, so thank you. You have something, PK through 1. So PK through 1 is going to be on Monday night. And that'll be from 5:30 to 6:30. And then Thompson will have their open house as well. Same time, 5:30 to 6:30 at Thompson. And then on Tuesday night, Pell will have its second of two open houses, grades 2 through 4. Grades 2 through 4 on Tuesday night, 5:30 to 6:30. So everyone's getting ready for that. And we welcome parents, guardians, and students to come to our open houses.
The other thing I wanted to touch on was the work group of exploring the potential of transitioning the 5th grade from Thompson to Pell. Talk about the process, but also what's precipitating the conversation.
Okay, so I'll start with the latter and then go to the former question. What's precipitating it is that our 5th grade students we're beginning to believe and think, after reading, looking at research and everything else, they've never had the opportunity to be in an elementary setting. They've been at Thompson at least as long as I've been here, which is about 12 years now, and prior to that. So the 5th grade students, I believe a lot of parents, families, teachers, and believe that it might be best, or better, I should say, if we can see if we can keep the children for one more year in an elementary setting. With the decline of student enrollment and student population, we know, or at least we strongly suspect, that Pell does have the capacity to fill grade 5 over at the Pell location. So there is room, we believe. We have to do a study, though. We have to look at it. It's not a done deal. And then we want to look at what are the logistics, or what are some of the things we need to consider as far as lunch times. We have to look at itinerants, schedules, busing. How will that impact all of those things? So we have been encouraging volunteers or people that would like to give us feedback. We have a sign up that has gone out through the Pell newsletter. It has been going out through my newsletter. It will go out again later today when it goes out. And we're going to have meetings in October and November, and the school committee has charged us to have a recommendation to them for the December meeting. So I do think it's doable for us to have a report ready. And we just want to get as many people's impact. That all has to do with academic learning, has to do with what's the better environment, especially when you have an elementary school now that already has a full playground, has access to more outdoor spaces than Thompson, which is more like a city school. I think I answered all your questions and all that.
Well, one more, based upon all of that, if this happens, and if the fifth graders end up at Pell, that opens up considerable space, I would think, at Thompson. What do you do with that space?
It will. It will open space at Thompson. And I think that in itself will be the next step. What do we do now looking at Thompson? I know at Thompson, some of the things we've been looking at, and I know Ms. Colleen has been very active in this, as well as Dr. Power, about the hands-on learning, the STEM learning, career awareness, those kind of initiatives. And we've already started under the leadership of Dr. Browner. We have a STEM program that is very popular, and our children are doing well. And for the audience, STEM stands for, it's an acronym, science, technology, engineering, and math. And we also have a STEAM, which includes arts. So it's the same acronym, but adding arts. And for the 5th, 6th pilot we did last year, very popular, and children did well. This year, we are creating a 7th, 8th grade STEAM program. And we're using a national program called Project Lead the Way for the training of our teachers that are in those. So we have the STEM programs that are ongoing now. And then we would like to add at the middle school, before they come over here to Rogers, we'd like to offer more hands-on opportunities, possibly in culinary, possibly in creative arts, or again, in the construction technology. That's a discussion we will have going forward. I know Robert Young and Carrie Clark, they applied for a pilot program in more hands-on learning. I believe Director Young is working with Principal Browner, and they received over $100,000 grant to implement a pilot for a hands-on learning at the middle school. So we're gonna take a look at that and move that forward. We're looking for more hands-on learning for our students. Again, going back to the research, knowing that when we allow the students to really participate or active in their learning, more, I'll say, excitement is generated, and students want to come to school and they want to learn. So those are some of
the Native American philosophy of experiential education.
Yes, absolutely.
Which works really well. But these are an expansion of the CTE programs, right? Correct.
And I've said it before, but the graduation rate also, the data shows us that students that are involved in CTE programming, our graduation rate is 94 to 95%, where the overall high school graduation rate is about 85%. So we really need to get those numbers up overall for all our children.
When we look at the STEM and the STEAM programs, how much have they changed with the rapid growth of AI?
We're at the beginning stages. So teachers and I think educators, people overall in general, are starting to understand the use and how powerful the tool can be. And I would say we're still in the exploration stage of that. Will it make things easier for going forward? Yes, if used well. And understanding that when using AI, one also needs to apply one's thinking to the content of whatever it is you're working with using the tool. So I know I've used it, and I know my directors and ministers have. I believe some of our teachers are using it, but I know they are, I should say. So I just think I think we're at the beginning stages with AI.
Yeah, a lot of questions come up sometimes when AI makes up answers to questions they don't really know the answer to. So,
Right. That's why you have to be very careful when you use it as well.
we have continued concerns about ICE and immigration. A, have there been any incidents at the schools? And B, maybe more importantly, have you seen a decrease in or a growth in absenteeism among immigrant students?
Okay, so the first one, we have had absolutely no problems, no interactions, no ICE visits, nothing. Nothing has come to the schools. That's the first thing. I want to be very clear. Secondly, no, actually, we haven't had any attendance issues. As a matter of fact, I think we've increased our attendance with all our students for many factors. One has to do with it. We have a new attendance policy. And also, I think it's just in general reassuring our population that children are safe in schools. We have specific rules that we follow. We never release a child to anyone except those on the emergency contact form. And also, if we ever did have a visitor for inquiring about a student or whatnot, we have specific training and we have specific contacts that must happen if someone does come to the school. And we're reinforcing that on a weekly basis. I'm reminding everyone of the importance of FERPA. That's the Family Educational Rights Protection Act. And as far as the Privacy Act, I should say, and I'm just reminding everyone of the importance that we don't discuss children. We don't discuss whether they're in school or not in school. And we don't give out any information at any time. So we have not seen any decrease in attendance. As I shared, we've seen an increase. And I think a lot of that has to do with the positive relationship with Conexión Latin of Newport, CLN, Rebecca Gomez and her group, Marissa Pertilla. And then we also have an amazing person here, Anna Gomez, that helps to oversee our student clubs and whatnot. And we have specific clubs that have to do with our high school students that want to celebrate their culture, whether it's Irish, whether it's Hispanic, whether it's Greek. So I think we're seeing more and more community growing with our students as they start to go through the schools.
Back in the spring, or maybe even earlier, we had the dispute between the administration and the union relative to MLL teachers and whatever. Is that all smoothed out? Is that all behind us now?
I would say yes, it is behind us because we have clear direction on how we need to go. We still need our teachers certified. Through the settlement, there's an agreement as to the process on how teachers must get the certification if they do not have the certification. And there's a commitment on the school side, which there always was, as far as helping to support the expense of getting that certification. So I think we're in good shape there. It has slowed a little bit of the amount of teachers we do need. And we're working on that. I know my director, Ronnie Lee Mooney, has been very challenged with some of the requirements of that settlement, but we're getting around that, and we're making sure our students all get the services and support they need.
Are there any labor contracts that are open now, or is everything all settled at this point?
We don't have any open now. 27 is when they expire. So we have a little bit more time.
Fully staffed?
Pardon?
Are you fully staffed, or are there still?
I am fully. Yes, we are fully staffed, and due to financial challenges, etc., we do still have some teachers on the recall list. I think we have about 5 or 6. But the good news is most, if maybe 1 or 2, if not all of them we know, and we have heard through the grapevine, they have employment in other locations.
Bus drivers, or is the um, bus drivers part? Do you have the bus drivers, or do you farm out the bus service?
That is a vendor. That's a contract. We're with Ocean State, Tony Murgo, and we haven't had. We've been fortunate. We do know there are other districts that are having bus driver shortages. We do not at this time have that challenge.
Well, I've heard in Westerly, interestingly, it's not about bus driver shortages, and they have, I believe, they run their own program. It's about the relationship between gas-driven buses and electric buses, and apparently they've either slowed or stopped ordering the electric buses, and now we're going back to the gas buses. I don't know if that becomes an issue with your vendor.
I have no idea. No, that has never been raised this year. So I'm not sure.
I think that was as a result of the stance of the federal government relative to electric buses. Pretty interesting. Hello,
Yeah.
Ryan.
Hi,
I
Ryan.
have a question. How many of these are being seen around school?
Oh, you know what? Knock on wood, knock on wood. It's going well. It really is, surprisingly, especially being in the school, the old building principal comes out in me. So when I hear the bells, I go out in the hallway and I stand in the corner, and whatever. It's been going very well. I think if you spoke to Principal Vance, so we have a policy, we see them put them away if we see them in, more than once or twice, or if they're literally on it, we say hand it over. And the students have been very responsible and respectful, and they hand it over. Then at the end of the day, they go and get them. I think at the most, I've seen like 2 or 3 that have been handed over. And I know because I had to report this out, as of Monday, we only had to have 3 parents come pick up the cell phones. And that means it's the second time we've had to take the phone away from the young person. But no, we've been well. As a matter of fact, as I shared with you, I'm kind of, I get to see them going back and forth between the buildings. And I did see a couple of girls, young ladies that come by my office. So when they came by, I said, you're not supposed to have those out. We have cameras and we know. So the next time I'm going to take the phone. And they go, and then they look around, they go, oh, your office. I go, I know, I can look down and see you, and the cameras can see you. So, that's a new thing for them too, having
What's been the result of that? I heard a national commentator who said that their son came to, when he asked that question, what's been the result of your not being able to use cell phones in school? And and I guess his kids said that, well, when we go to lunch now, we talk to one another. Are you finding that? Are you finding a different atmosphere?
Okay, so I'm hearing the results of the election. That's part of the challenge being in this building. So they had their class elections. So yes, I believe your question was about the cafeteria or the student commons.
There's been a change of atmosphere as a result of not having the cell phones. More people talking to one another and having interaction.
Absolutely. In the hallways, everything. And it is nice to see they're talking to each other. And I apologize, I don't have any way of controlling the election results.
That's okay. We're going to report on the results.
Yeah, I want to know who is elected president.
Congratulations. There you go. So I'll have the officers for you the next time.
Excellent.
Excellent. Superintendent, I know you have to run to literally do bus duty in 5 minutes. Was there anything that you wanted to get to?
No, I want to thank everyone for this amazing building. It was a joint effort. So many people, 8 years in the making. Voters of Newport. It's hopefully a building you can be proud of for many, many years to come. And you'll have a lot of use of it. If you have not gone on a building tour, I recommend highly that you try to participate. I was giving tours up until this last Saturday, 9 o'clock on Saturdays. We're going to do another one in October. We will advertise it ahead of time. But it's just a great building, and our students have been very respectful of it. They're enjoying it. Like I said, and as you heard, we've gone back to student elections. They have a stage now. They can make their speeches. We have Vote for Me and things like that all over the school. So it's very exciting. And the other schools are doing super. They really, really are. Pell has, thank you to RE Newport. We have community volunteers that greet the children in the morning. Thank you to Susan Saprell and Ellen Pinnock, who head up that initiative. And the kids get off the bus and they're high-fiving, and at first they didn't know what to do. And now they recognize the adults, and the adults, welcome them. So they're great. They get little hugs. The volunteers don't do it. The kids come up and hug them, and they don't know what to do. So that's cute. And then at Thompson, we've got the soccer team. They're doing well. They're over at Braga Field. It's just been a great start to this year. And we just want it to be a great year and the momentum to continue.
Excellent. Go on and cheer on the volleyball team, and you can go to yourself your own little tour of the school.
That's right.
And make sure the buses land properly.
Yeah. Yes. We'll go direct that traffic right now. So I thank you both, and next time we'll do a tour. Okay.
That's great. Thank you.
Yep. Take care.
You. That is Newport School Superintendent Colleen Jermain. We thank her for joining us. She warned us when she joined that she needed to help out and lend a hand to traffic. So we appreciate her working with our schedule and her schedule. All right, Mr. President.
In a short period of time. That was good.
Yeah, we got a lot in there. So, and we do that every single month. So if you missed this one, have a question, have a topic you want us to bring up, let me know. And we can do that, or we can try to get you an answer in between conversations. All right, Mr. President. Well, we will talk to you next time. On behalf of Frank and myself, we want to thank the superintendent for taking the time to join us. If you missed any portion of this conversation, want to watch it again, want to share it, all available on whatsupnuke.com. Thanks for watching.